Well, let me just position this. Well, it's about time I rant on something that's been, not bothering me, but something I need to rant on. I have to do this. I have to do this. Now, we all know what soccer moms are, right? No, I'm not talking about moms who take their kid to soccer, so I don't even want to hear that joke. I'm talking about I'm talking about moms who are overprotective of their kids and they're just so overbearing and just ugh. And it's like they don't even love their kid that much. They just like put them in something that they don't enjoy. Like, why would you want to be in a group or join a sport that you do not like because your mom forces you? And they're always boycott, and they're always dick riding censorship. They're always doing this shit. They are just maddening. They're just crazy. They're disgusting. They're horrible, and all they do is complain about everything that's not even that offensive. Especially they complain about metal, and that's another thing that irks my nerves about these assholes. They complain about they always have the same argument saying, "Hey, I don't want my kid listening to metal before they become the next Ted Bundy," or "I don't want my kid to chop up people like this and that." Just just shut the fuck up. And if your kid doesn't want to participate in anything, or if they don't want to participate in anything that they know or don't even enjoy, then don't let them join said thing. Just don't sign them up without their consent, or at least with half of their consent to be exact. And if you have ever had a soccer mom when you were a kid, and she learned the error of her soccer mom ways, then I mean, just by God, I hope that she wasn't that bad. But these soccer moms are that bad. They complain about everything that is little to none offensive. Like, I mean, let me take you back to when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, somewhere in the 80s and 90s, where they complain about Michelangelo's nunchucks. Now let me get this straight. You're complaining about nunchucks, but Leonardo has two swords, and Wrath has two sides, which both can be used to stab people. Hell, not even Donatello's staff can stab anything because it's a damn staff. You can't just stab somebody with a staff. The hell's wrong with you? But they complain about that and replace it with some, I don't know, like, don't you know the little mallets that police have, something like that, and he had to put it in his arm like this. Yeah, they replaced it with that. I don't know if they had to do this in America or in Europe somewhere, uh, but anyway, they just ugh. And they don't even complain about that much things in music. They just complain about metal, just like Christians, and they fall in the same category. So, so just let me get this all straight. So it's okay for Nicki Minaj to shake her ass. That's very appropriate. That is very appropriate. But yet, when it's a Slipknot song or any other metal song that's not even about dismemberment or death, then that's satanic and that's just horrible and that's inappropriate. We live in a sick generation. How we live in a sick world with a fucked up generation. And it's bad enough that these soccer moms made it worse. They didn't help it, they made it worse. And I hate it when they always want to force their kids on something. Just stop forcing your kid. If they don't want to do this, then they don't want to do that. Don't be a bitch about it and try to make them join whatever they don't like. It's dumb. And and they just sorry, and they're just so overprotective over them, and they won't let them even make up their own minds. They make up their minds for them. I mean, if they don't even know what they're doing, well, matter of fact, let's see. Like, if they've been helped out their whole life without even doing stuff with their own self, then they're not going to make it in society. Now I can understand if you're like at the age of like 12 to 14 and you want to know so much stuff about this and that, then that's fine. I mean, that's totally acceptable. But these soccer moms treat it as if it's something that's that bad, and they're just too concerned and they give their kid limited amounts of space, and they complain so much. They go up to the schools with their bullshit, and their kid gets teased on because of their bullshit because they want to go up to the schools and complain. It is embarrassing and it is wrong. So this is the Rant Kid. Like, subscribe, comment, check out my second channel, and peace.